8 things to help you speak for longer without tiring. Here we go! 1. How breath powers the voice so you can stop tiring so fast. If your voice is getting tired, it's quite likely that you're doing too much work here and not enough work here. Right? And that's not to say you need to control what you're doing. What it means to say is often stopping trying to control, because many times when we get tired from speaking, it's because we're putting a lot of effort into the controlling of the words we're saying and less into the natural rhythms of how our air can function and move through our body in order to support the air that comes through our vocal apparatus, if you like. And we can put a lot of tension here trying to manipulate and make sounds the way we want to hear them, as opposed to letting our natural voice just shine through. So what you can do to stop putting so much effort around here and put more down here to help, sort of relax that control and make things more smooth, is like, let's start by looking at your posture. So maybe tuck your chin in a little bit. Just maybe tuck your chin in like that, so you're not jutting forward. Bring your sternum up, relax your shoulders down. I mean, you're not having a poo. You're speaking. Then you can relax your belly, because no one gives a fuck if you've got a six-pack or not, alright? Now imagine inside your torso is a balloon, and every time you breathe in, it expands, and every time you breathe out, it keeps expanding. Now not just to the front, but all the way around your torso, right? Try and get those back ribs moving out. What we want to do is understand that this air, when you take enough in, you have enough air to support your words. And you don't have to push that air out to support your words, because it's a natural recoil. It wants to squeeze the air back out of you. The effort is in breathing in. So don't fight that. Just allow space. A half yawn will allow that air to come in. That's what the work your body's doing. But coming out, it will just do it naturally. And all you've got to do is catch that air through your vocal folds to make the sounds you need to make. Once you sort of start finding that connection, you can then start to manipulate more, start to control it better. But just but just understand that if you can focus on the energy coming from this recoil of air coming through, it's slowed down by the fact that you're articulating the words anyway, but you're going to have less energy being used up here, less strain, and probably less tiring. And also, once you get this connected, you'll be able to speak for longer too, and that will be by controlling the out breath, but we won't get to that yet. Tip 2, expanding the breath capacity to get rid of vocal fatigue. As I said, if you're getting tired or fatigued or finding it difficult to finish sentences or to speak for long periods of time, you need to take more air. And if you can't take more air, if you can only take a certain amount, then it's quite likely there might be some tension or things that are restricting you from being able to. But I'm pretty sure you don't need as much air as you think you need to speak. In fact, I'm still on the same bit of air. I didn't know I was going to say anything else, and I'm still going, but it's becoming a bit of a strain now. But if you can find ways of training your body to open up and relax so it can almost take in more air, and partly that's down to relaxing your belly. No one cares if you've got a six-pack, right? Get rid of tension in your neck, your shoulders, your hips. Unlock your knees. Find a nice neutral, natural way to stand. There's a great video here that's going to go through that with you. Breathe in all directions, not just the front, not just up here, and see if you can take in more air. Somehow I've still got room for more, and you can get a bit lightheaded doing this, but you can do this as an exercise and gradually see how much air you can take in and how slowly you can let it out. I'll stop there, but you can keep going. You can time it. Start expanding that capacity and that amount of air you can hold, or not hold, but you can inhale. 3, speak longer without tiring by using the ribs. So working on this area here, we've already mentioned, is really useful, but what I want you to do is start to try some stretches, lengthening, move up, reach up with your arm, drop your shoulder, reach up, drop, reach up, drop, And again, the other side. Reach up with your shoulder. Drop it down. Reach up and down. And like pat around the ribs. Pat. Get them moving. Get the energy circulating. Get the blood moving. You know, the ribs are supposed to move. They're supposed to kind of manipulate. They open up, helping air draw into your lungs. And so if they're stuck, if they're tight and rigid and starting to ossify, you want to manipulate them more, get them moving so you can twist, pat, massage. Ooh, tender. Why are they tender? Because they're not being moved enough. Yeah, so the more you can move and like get your body and your spine and your ribs kind of in different positions and lengthening and opening, this is really going to help the natural, relaxing, kind of elastic that the muscles have when they're pushing the air back out. So if you can take more air by doing this, and you can also control the speed at which the air comes out, you're going to be a lot better at vocal performance, whether it's speaking or singing. So something worth really considering, because you will tire if you're stuck. You will tire if you have tension. And when you find relaxation in your shoulders, neck, ribs, everywhere in your body, you're going to just breathe more naturally, you're going to take more air, and you're going to be able to utilize that air more efficiently as you're speaking. Ribs, very, very important. 4, tip to speak longer without fatigue. If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Let go of your belly. Nobody cares if you have a six-pack or not. Nobody cares. I don't have a six-pack. I wish I did, but I don't. And really, to be fair, if I had a six-pack sitting here right now and telling you this information, would it make a blind bit of difference to the information I'm giving you? No, it wouldn't. That's my little excuse for not having a six-pack. Tell my wife. I mean, you're beautiful the way you are. People are interested in the words you have to say, not how many bumps are in here. And I don't care what gender you are. You know, people are afraid to show who they really are, and it can be uncomfortable, and we can hold tension, and it can really restrict us in the way we speak and the way we express ourselves. And self-expression and identity are such important topics right now, the hot topics, and how you feel about yourself is, you know, it's a key in how you are, you know, experienced by the world and how you experience the world. So by finding some relaxation physically in your body, let go of your tension, you will start to feel more comfortable in yourself, no matter what your expression, what your identity. And that's something to aim for. That's something that's universal. So please think about that. Work on it. Find ways to get relaxed. Sleep more. Drink more water. Get a massage once in a while. Massage yourself. Stretch. Limber up. Do some yoga. Come on. It's not too difficult. Let's be kind to ourselves. And to make the point, it will stop fatigue, because fatigue is often caused by strain, tension and stress. Okay, so just let go of that, and then your voice, well, I just let go of it and my voice just got deeper. Interesting. Now I've got more control. Now I've got more range because I just let go of this thing I was doing here. Much more natural, much nicer. I like that. Why didn't I do that sooner? 5, why anxiety won't help your voice is for the same reason. You may get physically tense and have physical tension or restrictions in your body, and that's unpleasant, and it's really going to affect your voice and your capacity to be able to speak longer phrases, to be able to have a more resonant, a louder, more articulate voice, but also have a voice that doesn't fatigue so easily. And anxiety feeds that. It might be a mental kind of tension or stress, if you like, but it also affects your physical. One affects the other. It's really important to recognize. It will affect your breath, and it will make you breathe more shallow. It will affect your mind and start feeding you information that doesn't support a healthy functioning voice, because it creates tension, like I said. So you got to find ways to chillax. Presenting to others might make you nervous, and it does for a lot of people, even me. You could always check this video before you go to do a speech if you want some help with that. It's going to help ground you, help you concentrate on being present and finding your voice and releasing tension from your body. But once you relieve tension from your body, it has an impact on your mind. So let's clear the mind, clear the body, relax the body, and that will clear the mind. And it's pretty much simple as that. Where you put your attention, where you put your focus is where you're going to go. So you think about your breath, controlling that, relaxing that. Everything else kind of melts away and disappears from there, including anxiety. Ground yourself, become more present, Focus on your breath, controlling, relaxing. It's such a nice way to be, and it helps you feel nice. Nice, like a warm hug. 6. A hydrated voice is a happy and energized voice. And happy and energized voices work for you. You don't have to control them, they just do their job. Have you slept last night? Did you drink plenty of water yesterday? Not today, but yesterday, because it takes a while for your body to absorb that water. We want hydration. Our body, our machine, our vocal apparatus work better when it's fed, when it's well oiled, well watered. We need water. We need to be hydrated. It's very important. Just drew it. It's quite easy. Not tea, not coffee, not alcohol. I know it's got water in it, but it's not the same thing. You need to drink water. Plain, warm water would be even better because it's more close to your body temperature. It's easier to digest. Not ice water. Probably not so good. Not boiling hot water either. Just room temperature. And it's better to be overhydrated than underhydrated. Just don't drown. No, it's terrible for your voice. 7. How to trick your body to speak longer phrases. It's quite possible that you may be letting too much air through as you speak. If you do that, then it just kind of escapes. It might be escaping silently out of your nose so you don't notice it. It could be that it is coming through and you're speaking very breathy. And whatever you're doing, you may be not using the right amount of tension in the right places and using too much effort in other places, and therefore the balance is all kind of skew with. So what I'm going to suggest to you is to take a passage from a book, any book, pick a book up, find a sentence that you can read, and I want you to play around with how you breathe and say this sentence different ways. And this is going to back up everything we've done today. So if you can make sure you're hydrated and well rested and you're relaxed and no one's around so you don't feel any pressure from doing this in front of people. Warm up your body, stretch your ribs, open up, do some breathing exercises, ground yourself, and then speak a phrase, and then try and breathe differently and speak it again. I'm just going to say Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers over and over. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Right. Okay. Now, what I want you to do is do the same count. That I'm not sure how many times I did it, but I'm going to now do the same thing in my head, but only humming. I'm not going to actually speak the words. I'm just going to hum it. When you're humming, air's going to come out your nose, right? Because you've got your mouth shut. So air's still moving. But if you can hum a sentence, and you could even read in a page in a book and just keep reading down, see how far you can get, and then hum it, like say it, but with your mouth closed, and see if you can get further. If you can, then you can read further anyway. It's simple as that. Maybe you're using too much energy, or using too much effort, or you're not being as efficient with the air production as you can. So it could be that you need to take more air by helping expand the ribs, opening them up, relaxing your body. It could be that you get too much seepage from your nose. So again, play with that. And it's interesting because when you hum, you can feel the air coming out of your nose. So maybe what happens if you slow that down on your nose and stop focusing on your voice, stop focusing on the words, but keep saying them. Play, explore. This is all things just to give you ideas for yourself. I'm not here to tell you exactly what it is, but if you think about these things, if you put them into practice, then you're going to get some effect, and you're going to start working out your own ways of doing things. You're going to find out what works for you and what doesn't work for you, and that's what I hope to provide on this channel. It's just options, right? Options. Play along with it. Go along with it. If you don't like it, if you don't agree with it, it's fine. Don't do it. But there's going to be something in here that you're going to like. Same in all my courses. There's something for everyone. Let me just give an example. On my 8-week course, the first course I ever designed, took me 2 years to create in total. As a long ass time. My editing skills were terrible at the time, and it was horrible. But it's a good course, and it's really in depth. And the exercises, Some of them people don't like doing, and there's one in particular that no one likes doing, but it's one of the most effective ones on the course. But it's up to you, right? You got to find what works for you. You know, with almost 70 like exercises on that course and a routine that builds up, you develop your own routine. You take what you need, that works for you, because everyone's got different strengths and weaknesses, or different shaped bodies and different, you know, ways of being. So you find what works and you leave what doesn't work. Tip 8, why your voice wants your body and mind to rest. Everyone knows sleep is important. There's a brilliant book by Matthew Walker called Why We Sleep. And he's a sleep scientist and he's been working in that field for 20 years, which means he knows a thing or two about sleep. And he's very clear. If you don't rest enough, if you don't get enough of the good quality 5 cycles a night of sleep, then your body and your mind are going to start to suffer. And you're not going to be as stable mentally or physically able as you would be if you got the right amount of sleep, quality sleep. Okay, that means maybe reducing your afternoon caffeine. It can mean reduce alcohol in the evening consumption. It means getting the right amount of sleep and a good quality of sleep. It's going to affect your mind, it's going to affect your body, which means it's going to affect your voice. You can hear when someone's tired. You can see it in them. You can feel when someone's emotionally drained. You can hear it in their voice. Don't become that person. If you want to overcome fatigue and have a longer lasting, stronger, more resonant, more articulate voice, get some rest. I hope you've enjoyed it and you got something out of it. Like and subscribe, share this video if you think someone's going to get something out of it. And do stay in touch, leave a comment. I love to hear from you. My name's Darren Mcstay. This is Improve Your Voice. Until the next time, look after your voice.
All I ever wanted was a little more. It don't mean